What's going on, all? It is Tuesday, the 29th. Another month is ending again, and the market continues to take a huge beating. Why is that? Why are we taking this massive beating in the market? Why are we coming off of the Fed lowering the rate and it continues to take a beating? Well, there's a lot of people's speculation out there, but one of the main reasons is, as indicated by some various different people. In fact, Paul Tudor Jones, who is a monster freaking fund manager. He says one of the main reasons the bond market has struggled in October is that the U.S. national debt continues to go higher. It's increased by 600 billion just in the last 2 months. We're getting right to $36 trillion in debt, and the debt to GDP ratio is 124%, which whatever they're bringing in as far as expense versus what's coming in as far as income as a nation, it's 124% that we're overspending, which is ridiculous. And that particular thing is basically causing big firms and guys like this guy to short the bonds. When we're shorting the bonds, money is leaving the bonds. They're betting against it. So as a result of that, we're seeing interest rates go up. Now, how do you equate this, right? So I saw another post I figured I'd share here. U.S. tax revenue is $2.17 trillion, but the federal budget is $3.82 trillion. So the national debt is coming up on 36 trillion, right? Recent budget cuts, 38.5 billion. That's it. So when you get this to really equate it to what would make sense to you, these numbers are so huge. How do we even factor this in? So annual family income, $21,700, let's say. That means the money the family spent is $38,000, meaning they're going to add new debt to the credit card of $16,500. The outstanding balance on the credit card is $292,710, and they're going to cut back a little bit to try and cut into that and see if they can keep up with it. They're only going to cut back $385. That's it per year. How does that make sense? That's what we're up against. That's what's driving our rates the way that they are. Way too much money going out. There is this need to spend, this need to stand at a frickin' podium and pound it and say, look at how awesome we are. We create this new bill. It's going to give more money to this, give money to that, give money to that. And then they're going to hide within the bill more money going somewhere else. This is getting out of hand, guys. If you have a problem with what's happening in your world right now, look there. Period. So let's look at the market. Let's look at the bonds just so you can see exactly how it is being affected. And you can kind of get a good feeling for what is being driven out there, how this is affecting the interest rates, because where interest rates come from, as is shown every single time, it's coming from the mortgage-backed securities market. So here's the mortgage-backed securities as it sits today. So you can see this. We had the Fed right here, drop the interest rates right there, and look what it's done. It's continued. This goes all the way to here. This is today, right here. This is the bottom where it bottomed out. Now, I drew this channel to mirror to show you what happened in previous channels we drew out, right? Bounced off the channel, hit the bottom. So lock at the bottom, or excuse me, lock at the top, float at the bottom. And it played until it bounced out of it. Well, we're now in a downward channel again. So we're going to lock at the top, float at the bottom. That's the thought right now. I'm hoping it does turn around and go back up to the top on this. Now that we know that people shorten the bonds, we're in a very, very oversold position. We started selling. So see how this mirrors up right there at the top? They started the sell off, and then you have the Fed lowering the interest rates, and it started the major sell off right there. So we're in an overbought position up here. It was purchased more than its real value. That's here. And we know that because of this line that we set. That was the date that showed this top line of 101.50 shows the value of the security approximately the day that they closed quantitative easing. It was overbought. See right here, overbought position. It was overbought, too much money going in, and then they started to sell, and it stayed in it's kind of a healthy sell position till it hit here October 3rd. Now we started getting to an oversold position, and it continued, and that right there goes right along with what was being told by Jones with respect to them shorting this particular security. So look at that shortage going on there. Hopefully it comes up here. If it does, it'd be in a locking position. But if not, it might continue to keep sliding down the bottom of that channel. If it does, rates are going to keep going up. So if you got to close anytime soon, I would say block it, lock it, and let's move forward. Don't look back on it. 30-year fix is your friend anyway because of what inflation is doing to the dollar. I will talk to you guys on Friday.